So here we're going to take a brief look at how core equity works in comparison to using just a standard equity. So in this case, at the very top, we've got our portfolio, our account portfolio, I should say, with our 5,000 GLV, gross liquidation value, which is the equivalent of just our standard equity we've come to the table with, our margin, our core equity figure, and our profit and loss. Down here, we've taken a position in BHP. We've opened it at $35. We've bought 1,000. Our margin at 5% is 1,750. Current price is still $35, so we're just, for the example's sake, going to say it's trading at the same price. Now our 2% risk on the 5,000 equity we've got has come in at $100, so we're prepared to risk $100 on this BHP trade. So therefore we then set our stop loss accordingly. Now, if we were to take a second position, the idea behind core equity is we take a worst case scenario that any open position we have will be a losing trade and it will lose the set amount we've got, we've risked in the first place, which in this case is the $100. So then therefore our core equity figure in this case, because we've only got one position in BHP and we're willing to risk 100 on it. So our core equity will now take our equity we came to the table with, which was the 5,000, minus what we're going to risk on this BHP trade we've currently got open, which is 100, which leaves us with 4,900 in core equity. So now, if we were to take a second position, we would need to work out how much we're going to risk on that, based on the fact that that BHP trade is going to be a losing trade, okay, just to be really risk averse. So in that case, what we do is we take 2% of the 4,900 for our next trade, which means on the next trade we're only willing to risk $98, okay? So that's because in a general sense, if we'd taken the 5,000 still, as the equity we brought to the table, we'd continuously risk $100 on a trade. But if they all lost and we were down to 4,000 in equity, then it's not really factoring in the movement in our GLV. So this is where core equity is brilliant, is it basically takes our moving equity at any one time, or our worst case scenario equity, and then we base our risk on our new trade on that. So in this case, it's $98.